Hi everyone, Ben from the Loam here, and welcome to another video. Today's going to be a little bit different than my usual videos. We're just going to go over my sort of hobby space, go over some of the paints I like, brushes I have, some of the equipment I've got around, and I'll show you some of the projects I'm working on. It's mainly Black Grail stuff, so let's just jump into it. Let's talk about lighting. I've got three main lights. I've got my backlight, which is literally just for filming purposes. I've got my main light, this one here, the really bright one, which is a Neatify light. This was a Christmas present, and it really changed how I paint, and it's just fantastic. Get a nice evenly lit space, and yeah, it's just really good. I would definitely recommend investing in like good light. So that's my main one. My second one is a ring light. So I just got this offline. It was really cheap, and I also have a sort of a stand so I can film on. I also have a tripod, which I don't really use too much because it's broken. One of the legs keeps sliding out, and yeah, so I literally just use the big light here and the ring light is my main sort of sources of light. So next up, I guess, is my mug of brushes. So I've got a load of different brushes in here, just all sorts, like watercolor brushes. I've got some hog hair brushes, which are quite good for stippling, because it's, as you see here, it's quite like uneven, like the spacing, and the bristles are quite stiff. I also got some army painted dry brushes, and I also have some Citadel ones, which are very, as you can see, are very old. And then I've got some really raggedy, like, you look at that, which again, this still has some use for maybe small dry brushing and stuff like that. But you can really I just like to keep a hold of brushes. And then I've got these, I haven't used them yet, but they're sort of weathering pencils from AK Interactive. It's like they're dark green, sort of, they're like kind of like an acrylic wax. And I just haven't used them. I'm looking forward to using them. I'll probably use them for my Principality and New Antioch warband project, which will happen in probably a couple of months. So next is this wet palette by Green Stuff World. It was a Christmas present. Thank you to my girlfriend for this, because I wanted to sort of upgrade my palettes, because I've been using a lot of like homemade wet palettes, and yeah, I've been really enjoying this. I've been really bad at keeping the lid on this after I use it. The amount of times I've come down and been like, oh, the lid's off. So I recommend, after you finish, keeping the lid on. So another Christmas present, there's going to be a bit of a theme here. So another Christmas present from a girlfriend was this A3 cutting mat. It's grey because I like how it looks on film. I try to keep it as tidy as possible, but there's already paint on it. Next thing is going over what I'm sort of working on at the moment, what projects I have. The main one for this month is my Black Grail. First, I've been painting up one of my plague hounds. If you want to see more of a video of that, just let me know. I've only actually done one side of him, and it's not even finished yet. So yeah, that was a little bit of a miscalculation, but hey ho, it's been a lot of fun doing this flesh. I've also, in the warband, we've got a Lord of Tumors. I think it's just a fantastic sculpt. Can't wait to paint him. I've based one of his arms, but again, that's just sort of playing around with it. So next in the warband, we've got a Plague Knight. Again, it's a fantastic, from Trench Crusade, fantastic sculpt. I love it. I still got to decide what I'm sort of going to do with it. And then we've got this Herald of Beelzebub, this big fly guy. Still got to attach his shotgun. Still need to find a base for him. But yeah, he's so cool. I'm really looking forward to doing the compound eyes on there. And we've also got our other Plague Hound. So this is kind of from the Grave of the Lost from Bestrom Miniatures. We liked how like big they were. And then we got our little Grail devotees, which I'm going to put on separate bases. So another thing I have on my bench is I have 6 little guys. So these are my conversions for Turnip 28. a really weird sort of post-apocalyptic black powder Napoleonic sort of game. I had a load of British infantry models from a silver bayonet warband which I built last year. So these are just the sort of the stuff I had left of it, and I also had some of the Perry Miniatures Foot Knight sprues from a Trench Crusade warband I kit bashed last year. I love Napoleonic, so if you want, I might do a turnip video later in the future, once I like get to grips with what sort of vibe I'm going to go for. But yeah, so the last sort of project space I have where I keep my miniatures is the box. Box is just where I just keep all the miniatures for Dungeons and Dragons which I need to paint for my campaign. The next thing is to talk about what paints I like to use. In comparison to some painters, it's a very small collection, and these paints I've just had for some for over like 5 years. So as you see, I've got a sort of paint stand. Again, to continue the theme, this was from my girlfriend for Christmas. So I try to keep all my Citadel paints on there, but you can see I am quite, the paints don't usually stay where they should do. The sort of paints which I use, I'm currently using. I quite like Citadel paints. It's a brand which I've been using for like forever. I got into Warhammer when I was probably about 9-10. So it's been a brand which I've been used to. But if you guys got any like recommendations of like other brands, just feel free to let me know. I have 2 boxes of one which is very much dedicated to terrain and basing, and the other one is kind of like my oils / AK interactive box. Calling it an oil box is not really too accurate, it's just like a bits and pieces really. So we've got our sort of a very small bits box with a load of coffee stirrers which will eventually be trench board. But the main sort of AK interactive stuff I use is the Streaking Grime, the Decay Deposits. Again, these will probably need a good shake. The Dark Brown Wash, and the slimy Grimdark, which is a very slimy green. These from Abtalung. So I've got Smoke Black and a Dark Rust oil. So these are oil paints for miniatures. So last up is the stuff I use for basing. Got some Grass Flock Lake Full from AK Interactive, which is going to be a big part of the basing for my Black Grail warband. And I just love autumn bases. It's like my favorite season, and yeah, I just like portraying it on my miniatures. I also have Muddy Ground by AK Interactive. It does what it says on the tin. It is very much muddy ground, and I think it's great. I have these Leaf Litter by Green Stuff World, and it's literally just a load of little leaves. So these are autumn, surprise, surprise, which I'll probably sprinkle on the bases of my Grail Thralls in a minute, now thinking about it. But yeah, I've used this a lot. I like it. It's just great. So yeah, that's been my hobby space. But no, it's been super cool to sort of show you my space. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, I've been painting from the loam. Goodbye.